Hey guys, Jengar here. So, this will be the first premium review in patch 1.65 for me. And we're gonna take a look at the Ta-154 A-1, the second user created premium plane in the game. And we're gonna take a look at it in realistic battle and in arcade. Let's have some fun. I'll see you in the match. Hey guys, so here we are in the match. This is the second plane we're reviewing in patch 1.65. This plane, the Ta-154A1, is a user created premium plane, the new German premium heavy fighter, and this always touches a soft spot in my heart. I know some guy somewhere worked very hard on this plane. And if you spend money on this plane, you know that a user, a player, somebody is actually gonna get some money from this, and that's always an extra incentive for me to buy it, even without really looking, or even if you wouldn't like the plane, I would support somebody somewhere. It does a lot. I mean, it means something extra for me. But call me crazy. I'm a completionist anyway. I've got pretty much almost all the premiums. But so it doesn't. It does do something to me. I also like that about the Heinkel 119. So this is the second user-created plane, and what a plane! I mean, the Heinkel 219 is a fantastic plane. It can function as a support fighter and is one of the greatest. Has been one of the greatest ground pounders so far. It has been nerfed a little bit with the high explosive shells, not being able to do those tanks anymore. But this plane really is a heavy fighter. It is really strong. It has two 30mm, two 20mm. It has fantastic maneuverability for a heavy fighter. It's fast in a dive. And its roll rate is good. It's just I mean, I cannot discover any big negatives about this plane. It has good energy retention. It has decent acceleration. I mean, and this is all relative to, of course, this being a heavy fighter. And if you look at many of the single seat fighters, like that P-47 we were just chasing, we couldn't keep up with him. So okay, we stopped, but we were not going that much faster than him in a dive, right? And that was a P-47. That's specialization in a dive. So no shame that we couldn't keep up with that guy, and we had to turn off and find these two guys. So here we go. This is also an example, this little engagement with these two guys here, of the energy retention and the role as an energy fighter this plane can definitely perform. We're still holding 500 kilometers after that little loop, and we're going into the vertical here. Fighting in the vertical is really a thing you can do in this plane, and a thing you can do well. At the top of our little loop here we still hold 300 kilometers, and look at the acceleration here. The initial acceleration is fantastic. Too much lead here, we miss him, but that initial hit we had on this plane did do something to the oil. We caused an oil leak with that, and this Spitfire is definitely suffering from that. Now here we get a good shot on him, critical hit on the cooling system, and he does seem to be suffering a lot, and there he goes down. We do have a P-51 up on our left here, if you saw that. Yeah, there he is. He was 4 kilometers away, now 2 kilometers away. We have to keep an eye on him. Let's see what he does. With Web just now we held almost 500 kilometers of speed. And now we're still holding 400 kilometers. Almost at sea level, in level flight. Good energy retention on this thing. It's a heavy fighter, remind. Look at that roll rate. I don't know, man, if this flight model is already completely finished, but if this is what it is, then it's fantastic. The guns are fantastic as well, very accurate guns. Can't complain about this. So we followed this Spitfire. We followed this P-51 for a little bit, and finally, after minutes of chasing, he came down, and we won the head-on. This thing can head-on, guys. Just like the Heinkel 219, this is another German heavy fighter that can head-on like a beast. Fantastic plane. I'm very happy with it. First place in the team, 4 kills in my second RB match, and I really have a high opinion of this plane after those 2 matches. We've got Final Blow, Terror of the Sky, and Bulletproof. 106,000 silver lines and 12,000 research points for the new Focke-Wulf. First place in the team. I'll see you in the arcade match, which we finally reach here. That went very quickly, actually. We miss our head-on with the P-51, unfortunately. We also have a Spitfire on our left and a few other planes that got quite high. You do get an attacker spawn with this plane, which is quite nice. It does need it, of course, as I mean the climb rate on this plane is good, but the climb rate on some of the single seat fighters is fantastic. And I mean, for a heavy fighter this thing climbs like a rocket, but you gotta compete against single seat fighters, right? So you basically need that attacker spawn to win the high grounds. We do have the energy advantage on this guy though. And we're gonna turn here with a little bit of rudder. Rudder isn't bad. Now let's see. And gone. Head on, baby! Yeah! This is so fantastic. Those two 30s and those two 20s combined, they give a big spread together. The 30s drop off a little bit more, and you get a wide spread in your head-on, and that's exactly what you want. And more chance the enemy pilot will fly into your bullet stream. Now this Typhoon is unawares. We get him with the first burst. No need for that second burst, but I always like to make sure if my initial aim is slightly off, then I like to correct that with a second burst, and that second burst already needs to be on the way before he can react. That's my aiming style, and you guys all know that my aim is pretty good. Let's see, this guy wants to go down. I do not want to follow him. I want to stay up for now and do the strict boom and zoom. This plane is pretty good, and it, like I said, the energy retention is pretty good. It has good climb rate, and it is good in a dive. So, and it has fantastic guns. So this plane is your go-to boom and zoom style plane, which can transition perfectly well into energy fighting. Now here, I think I should have gone for those two single seat fighters, not for the bow fighter, but I go for the bow fighter. Get him on fire, and we do. He jumps out pretty quickly, or the thing exploded. But I could have gotten two single seat fighters, or gotten on their tail right there. But you make decisions during a fight, and that's quite alright. So here we go again. Get up to altitude. This Yak 9 wants a piece of me, looks like. Okay, we're gonna take a head on here. Oh man. Boom, baby. Sorry about that. It does very well in head-ons, this thing. Did I mention that? Well, let's see, we got a hurricane here. Oh, no, no, hit. Come on. No, no, he's maneuvering too much. I miss him. Don't get frustrated. Don't turn. This thing is heavy. If you oh, we've got a P-39. Yeah, we got a little too low there. Right in front of the spawn. That's a risk you take. But we do escape. We do hold a little bit more energy than the P-39. And we are extending. And when that guy reaches 930 meters distance, he decides to turn off. So good for me. And we're gonna turn around, looking at the spawn, see what we can do here. That Hurricane is the guy we shot before in the bow fighter. And he wants a little bit of revenge. Oh, just a hit. Just a hit. Oh shit, I didn't see that leg. That's another guy I just shot down. That was the Jak 9 we shot down. And now I have a Hurricane and a leg 3 here. And the leg 3 held more energy than I thought when I turned up, so let's see if we can actually hold our own in a little bit of turning here. Yeah, of course there's a PE2 incoming as well, and he damages us a little bit more. We do get a crit on him. We don't destroy him, unfortunately. Here I decide to turn though, and this is the biggest mistake I've made in this game. I didn't quite assert the energy state of this leg 3 and the Hurricane that were still both following me, and I probably should have kept going there and separated a little bit more. I'm pretty sure that the straight line acceleration and the speed on this plane would have taken me further and further away from them. Here's another guy that I gotten earlier. So now I got 3 guys on me, a BF-109F. I didn't see what model it was, but I got 3 guys here, and it's gonna be difficult to maneuver with all 3 of these guys. And especially now that I'm a little bit damaged. Speaking of damaged, this plane can take quite a bit of punishment, guys. Besides its great characteristics in flight, and I mean, this almost feels like a single seat fighter. Well, it is a single seat fighter, but single engine fighter, you know what I mean. It almost feels like one. It is very maneuverable, like I said, and it rolls very well. It just feels great. Like I said, I'm not quite sure if the flight model is already correct or not, but if this is it, then wow, this doesn't feel like a heavy fighter. But with those 3 guys on me, I decided that it was time to get the hell out of there and dive away. Now we are in the red indicated airspeed, 780 in this dive, which is pretty fast. Coming through. Come on, let's get a second one. Not enough lead, 2 hits. Alright, continuing the dive. We still have a lag 3 on our butt. Steph Cook 2. The guy we killed earlier in that head-on. He wants me. Oh, he wants me, you can see it. He turns up. Okay, he turns up. Let's see. Okay, let's go after him. Let's go get him. Make him even more angry. Oh! Hurricane Mark 4. Coming through. Come on, baby. Yeah. Cry in the corner. You didn't get me. Oh, here's Francois again. Oh dear. Yeah, we got him earlier as well. He wants revenge. He just got his machine gun though. That was my luck there. My ally saved me. I couldn't have shaken off that guy with my energy state there. I was very low on energy. I'm very damaged now. The BF-109 decided to stay up there. I've got 7 kills right now. 7 kills, pretty nice. Left engine is damaged. Elevator is damaged. Well, not the elevators, the tail section is damaged. Elevator is still functioning. Let's see, we've got a lag 3, let's turn for him. Roll. Oh, look at that roll. In arcade, it's just, well, the roll in realistic is good as well, of course, but oh man. Spitfire, yeah, head on, yeah, thank you. Double kill. This thing is really amazing. So performance at higher altitude is good, performance at lower altitude is good. 9 kills. I was actually contemplating landing here. But I saw that that guy Steph Cook coming back in there. But I thought I might as well turn in and see what happens. Maybe I should have gone back to repair. Oh well, you know. So I decided with my 360 kilometers an hour to go up for this guy, and I thought he would come for me earlier. I wanted to roll out here, but I saw it was too late to roll out. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now this plane is a joy to fly, I can say, in both modes. It's fantastic right now. Like I said, I don't know if this is the completed flight model, but if it is fantastic for a heavy fighter. It gets an attacker spawn, as you know. It has fantastic armament with two 30mm Mark 108 cannons with 220 rounds. And two 20mm MG 151 cannons with 400 rounds. The plane is pretty fast for a heavy fighter. In level flight it had great energy retention. The acceleration is good. Turn time is pretty good for a heavy fighter. And rate of climb is also good. You do need that attacker spawn compared to single engine fighters, of course, but the plane is very, very good. It's very maneuverable. The roll rate is fantastic. It hardly has any stiffening. Of course, it has a little bit at the higher speeds, control stiffening, but it's not much. The plane stays controllable at high speeds, and it's an ideal boom and zoomer. It's a great energy fighter, and yeah, great plane. I will definitely recommend it to you in its current state. It sits at 4.0 beta rating. And in RB, and it's just, I'm flabbergasted by it. Its performance is great. I'm loving it. I loved it. I had a lot of fun. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment. And if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.